Hello everyone. In these last few hours of the last day of what can only be described as the most remarkable Christmas season of my life, I've had the opportunity throughout the day to go through pictures and to relive the memories of a remarkable couple of weeks, both my time in Jerusalem and Bethlehem and now here in Spain, and just relive what a marvelous, remarkable gift this time has been for me. Of course, I've been sharing highlights of this experience on the internet throughout the last couple of weeks, but I thought I'd put together a short video just to remind myself and to share with you again in one place the details of an amazing time. I hope that this can be as much a blessing for you as it has been for me, and I hope these images are an opportunity for you to allow the Word of God, Jesus, to be born in your life in the end of this Christmas season. God bless you. After a very fruitful and prayerful Advent, Christmas really began for me on December 20th, the Saturday before Christmas, when I had the opportunity to go with friends to Bethlehem and there for the first time to celebrate a massive Christmas in the Grotto of the Nativity, the cave under the Church of the Nativity, that has been since the first century the place that Christians have believed and celebrated the birth of Jesus. On the morning of December 24th, Francois, Francisco, Emmeline, and I walked the 8 miles from the École Biblique in Jerusalem to Bethlehem to participate in the festivities of that holy city for Christmas. Our urban pilgrimage brought us past the ruins of the Byzantine Church of Mary's Rest, a church that commemorated a place that perhaps Mary stopped and rested as she near Bethlehem, where she would give birth to Jesus. We stopped there and said a prayer and rested ourselves before continuing on the way, passing the city limits of Jerusalem and coming to the security wall that separates Bethlehem from the city of Jerusalem. A wall that makes the trek no longer a trek through fields and olive groves, but a trek through the city. A reminder of the separations of people and the need for the Prince of Peace. We stopped and said a prayer at the icon of the Blessed Mother that has been painted on the wall by monks of a monastery that faces the wall in that area. We prayed for the peace of Jerusalem and for the peace of Bethlehem. Equipped with this reminder of the need for the Prince of Peace, we continued on our journey, first coming to the crowds of pilgrims and locals who have gathered to celebrate the coming of the Christmas season with a parade that started at the city limits and made its way to Manger Square. We too made our way to Manger Square and first went to the Church of the Nativity. There in the church we had the opportunity again to go to the Grotto of the Nativity, to touch the star that marks the place where Jesus was born, to be there in prayer, to be there in awe, to be there in expectation, and to begin appropriately our celebration of Christmas in prayer. Then we made our way up to St. Catherine's Church for the formal procession and the welcoming of his Beatitude, Fuad Tual, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, who had arrived in Bethlehem for the celebration of Christmas. After the solemn first vespers of Christmas, we then made the first of many processions to the place where Jesus was born. As evening fell on Bethlehem, I made my way to the convent of the Sisters of St. Catherine, where I would be spending that evening. And from there, with Sister Luma, I made my way over to the Shepherd's Field, that place where the shepherds, watching their flocks by night, first heard the good news of the birth of Jesus. There we were gathered with hundreds of pilgrims and met with some of our friends from Jerusalem and continued our celebration of Christmas. At the end of our time at the Shepherd's Field, it was time to return to the church to prepare for the Midnight Mass. A Midnight Mass that was a glorious celebration, the most wonderful Midnight Mass that I've ever been a part of. It was such a joy to sing the hymns of Christmas and to celebrate the Mass of the birth of Jesus in that amazing place. to listen to the scriptures proclaimed and to listen to the preaching of the patriarch. At the end of the Mass, there was another procession to the grotto, the place where Jesus was born, and a time of prayer. At about 3 in the morning, I finally returned to the convent for a little bit of sleep that night. Christmas morning brought lots of amazing opportunities for prayer and reflection. First, with Sister Luma, I was able to go to the small church in Bethlehem that celebrates the unsung hero of the Christmas story, St. Joseph. After a small time of prayer there, we returned to the church in the Nativity, where I had another amazing opportunity to concelebrate a Spanish Mass in the Nativity grotto. After that time of prayer, then I spent some time in St. Catherine's, just enjoying and soaking up the atmosphere of Christmas, making a visit to the crib, celebrating throughout the day this amazing opportunity that I've been given. Of course, Bethlehem is also the place where St. Jerome translated the scriptures, and so I made a quick stop in the study of St. Jerome to pray, as I've done many times in celebration of the Word of God, the Word made flesh at Christmas. And then I went next door to the Basilica of the Nativity and spent some time in prayer there, finally going one last time down to the grotto and spending a few minutes in silent prayer. And then outside the Church of the Nativity, I enjoyed the beautiful day and went to the Milk Grotto, which celebrates Mary, Joseph, and Jesus' departure for Egypt. And then the Manger Square to celebrate with the many hundreds of pilgrims there. Finally, the last stop at the creche, a time of prayer before time to return to Jerusalem. Of course, for us Catholics, Christmas is only the beginning of a long time of celebration. We at St. Etienne Convent in Jerusalem celebrated the feast of our patron saint, St. Stephen, on the 26th of December in grand style. And then on the Sunday after Christmas, I had the opportunity to, before leaving for Barcelona, to go to the chapel of the Holy Family in the Austrian Hospice and pray there, before going to Barcelona, where I would celebrate at one of the grandest monuments to the Holy Family, the Sagrada Familia. And I also had the opportunity to celebrate the Feast of Mary, the Mother of God, in the cathedral at Barcelona, before coming here to Salamanca, where I was present for the arrival of the three kings in the town plaza last night, and had the glorious opportunity of celebrating this beautiful feast, the Mass of the Epiphany, this morning here in the Church of San Esteban, the Convento of Dominicans here, where I'll be spending the next 6 months. So as you can see, I've had an amazing Christmas season. I hope it's been great for you too, and that God blesses you richly in 2015. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.